Hello, welcome back to Orwell. Now, I haven't done a video for ages, and I've tried about 3 different games, 4 videos, and it just all failed and put me off. But hopefully this will work. I haven't tried on this game, but it worked before and I had no problems. But hopefully, I know I said on the last video that I would. Hopefully it'll actually be more consistent. I'd like to get a couple of videos of maybe like 2 videos of this out a week. But yeah, try to remember where. I'm sure last time we arrested someone and then another. Oh, actually, it's going to recap. No, take a look at the news. Breaking news: 2 dead after a second explosion. Yeah, and this was after arresting that Cassandra, so it's obviously not her. Explosive charge set off at. That is horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found, so these assaults are connected. And if that was not enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so it's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. Well, she could have planted it before, I don't know. I guess we were tracking her. Oh, this complicates massively, so much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my supervisors and see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right at the desk. Try and get some sleep. How are you feeling? The next few days are going to be trying at best. I should have quit the video after that. Right, I'm going to read this article. Explosive charge set off for Stelling University in Bonton. A bit like Boston. At least 2 people dead, 3 injured. Once again, a letter has been received just before the crime. Bonton, half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the campus of Bonton University. According to latest reports, at least 2 people were killed with a further 3 injured severely. The area was evacuated immediately. According to yet unconfirmed statements, the City Administration Office of Bonton received an anonymous letter just minutes prior to the detonation, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Die Gedank sind frei, the thoughts are free. Exactly like the letter received before the assault on the Freedom Plaza yesterday. We'll inform you of any developments on this event as soon as further details are available. Okay, so is there anything else we can read? I know they said for me to log off, but you know, I'm a rebel like that. I don't think so. Okay. So we learned a severe assault occurred at the Freedom Plaza yesterday. Cassandra Water was present there prior to the assault and is thus being investigated. The activist group Thought hints to the involvement of an activist group named Thought that had been found, and there was a second assault. And Cassandra Watergate is either not the only perpetrator or not involved at all. And about her, she has been criminally charged with the injury of a police officer at a past protest at the Freedom Plaza, which is a bit dodgy because I did it for a text. She's an artist. Oh, she'd been... I don't get if that means she has been now. Further, the former criminal case was closed due to a lack of evidence. She's in relationship with her lawyer, Joseph Langley. She seems to have undergone a radical change after she joined the activist group Thought. Collective data shows potentially dangerous personality, more thorough investigation by law enforcement is needed. Juliet Carrington claimed that Cassandra defended herself by using police, so certain an arrest has been made. Okay, day 2. Episode 2, a place where there is no darkness. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the case. They believed in the capability of Orwell to handle this, or in a U course. My superiors agree with me based on this information. You've already extracted the activist group known as the Thought is worth investigating. It seems that Goldfels is an important member of Thought, so now we have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfels is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Okay, let's have a look at him. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. And there's Goldfels. And this all the stuff he's written. I feel like... Oh, how do I do it again? I forgot how to... How do I get his profile up? There we go. Okay. He uses that phrase, which is what is used by the thing. The letter we are right, it seems. Okay. When I was young, long before I immigrated to the nation in 1993. Okay. Bit racist, but okay. Oh, he's a German immigrant. I believe this to be universal truth. There are no borders for thought, and there are no rules for what is or is not allowed to be thought. This was not because I thought people should be tolerant. Not at all. Instead, I simply held it dear that nobody except for ourselves really knows what is going on in our heads until we choose to reveal it. Yesterday a question crossed my mind. If the increasing interconnectedness of humans via modern technology serves more and more as a collective memory and brain of our society, and there is an institution that is capable of monitoring every bit stream of it, how can thought still be free? It is not likely that we will communicate only under great mental reservation to hold on to our knowledge, which means the final consequence, we will stop thinking. It's a bit meta, this game, because obviously I'm looking through their information and he's saying about how thoughts aren't free because people are looking through our information through the new technology, and that's exactly what I'm doing. When I think of an increasingly aggressive operation of the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly fear the answer to this question. This is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives to the total control and safety bigotry of this digital world. The thought and activist group with the same name as this blog. If Goldfels is the one who created the blog, perhaps he founded or even was the leader of the activist group. I feel like I did read this before. Okay. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to stick with this. I thoroughly believe we were able to capture minds if only we could garner attention on thought as a group and what we stand for. It seems my ambition was once again too much. After 1.5 years recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like one held at Freedom Plaza. Okay. I feel obliged to ask where we stand. Have we reached our goal yet? Our goal, 3 demonstrations more interesting. Might be that 2 students seem to be involved. Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those that do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that doesn't in no way mean that we can attack and do whatever we wish. Instead of blaming us, and I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events of the past month. More than anyone else have thought, I feel responsible. So what's the 2 options? Feels responsible for troubled past, hints at troubled past of thought, or reacts with hatred and anger about troubled past of thoughts hinted at trouble. So feels responsible, reacts with hatred. I think it's that one. I think he feels responsible for it, because yeah, a troubled past. We will have to get to the bottom of this. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in this group. I firmly believe it shall be the better of everyone involved, especially my students from Stelligan. Oh, he's a lecturer. And it's the same bomb. That's where he was. He was a lecturer at the place where the bomb went off. So far, the evidence, yes, was a prominent lecturer at Stelligan, and some of his students became involved and thought, did he recruit them from this cause? For this cause, we need to identify these students, see who else is involved with this group. Please reconsider Guy Head. There was only a goddamn cop. So what he's talking about is the attack that Cassandra did. Okay, let's look at this. Suspect was arrested in a flat. She willingly opened the door and cooperated. Ooh. Can we use that picture now? Oh no. Okay. There's nothing there that we can take. the headlines. Connection between Bondon bombings. Oh god, we got loads. Okay. So there's some rain coming. That's important, obviously. Timelines and Rosen announced cooperation. Davenport sibling owners of the biggest social network Timelines announces major cooperation with software giant Rosen Technology. Now I feel like all of this background stuff might actually be important, like that it's going to have like an overarching story. It's a big deal. Internet billionaire siblings Ada and Alan Davenport, creators and owners of the most important online social network, Facebook Timelines, located in Hilberry, are starting a major cooperation with the Bondon software giant Rosen Technologies. This has been announced in a press statement given out on Friday by the PR department of both companies. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's a big merge of companies. Attacks against Stellan University in Bondon and Freedom Plaza are connected, experts conclude. Who are these experts? And the expert, I haven't concluded that. The bombing that occurred yesterday at Stellan University seems to have connected to the attack against the plaza, Freedom Plaza, earlier this week. This is a conclusion of the police division who is investigating the case. In both assaults, a similar explosive device was created with pure malevolence. I'm sure it was some kind of like chemical or something. I'm sure it wasn't just anger. Evil, to be used, police spokesman Steele said. The letter received prior to the assault seems to support this suspicion. While their meaning is still puzzling investigators, according to rumours, people have been theorising that the number of stanzas might represent the number of bombings, which in turn raises the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. We understand that some people jump to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe that, which is true. Steele answered, "Oh, so wait, did they send the second part of the stanza? I thought they sent the whole stanza." Meanwhile, Stellan University declared that normal operations cannot continue under this circumstance, so they will be closing their doors for the time being. The university has also put up a special front page to pay their respects to the assault victims. First suspect arrested. Is this about... Okay, yeah, it doesn't say who really. Just saying that someone's been arrested. Okay, let's look at this memorial then. Music change. Knowledge, size and wisdom, and sometimes all remain silent. Yesterday... Ooh, I could have a look at that guy. Yesterday evening, an explosive device went off a Stellan campus, killing a Stellan student as well as a lecturer. Oh, I wonder if the lecturer is Goldfields. The authorities are investigating. There's an unspeakable tragedy, President Hopkins said during the press conference that took place this morning. In the light of the recent events, it is impossible to maintain daily routine. This is why I've decided to suspend all educational services at Stellan University. Therefore, Stellan campus will be closed at least for the rest of the week with no education. It's got the best public dining hall in nation's best. It's very important. See, when I'm rushing through things, it's because I'm like... Ooh. It's because I feel like it's not important. But we found something about him. It's called Abraham Goldfels. It's a bit of a weird nickname, username. People don't normally put their second name. Professor in the field of media ethics at Stelligan, which he sadly retired in fall 2016. So at least he didn't die, probably. Do you notice the bombing location seems to be closely connected to the Thought members? There could be a pattern emerging. Oh yeah? Thought has held 3 dominant, yet there's only been 2 bombings, which might imply, well, it's definitely shot in dark, but absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another bombing. Take a look at past members of each. Take a look at the past members of the past of each member with Thought. Find out the location of all demos they have held. That might yield a hint. Oh. Previously, Professor Goldfels Fels had held position as a journalist at Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers. He was also chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. In this work, Professor Goldfels never relented to emphasize the importance of privacy over the public interest. Member of an ethical congress, just the average run-of-the-mill terrorist trait. Wow, that's a whole lot of information about Goldfels, yet only one of the page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. I think the next course of action should be to look for other people. Yeah, you've said many times. Oh, he wrote a book. The thoughts are free. Okay. Is there anything in the home page? Because it's coming up with something. Notable alumni. Oh, he went there? What's the chances? What if it's him? He might be bombing it to... I don't know. Welcome to the internal Stellan University class and attendee system. Pick a class by completing the 3-step wizard below. He left in 2016, so... Media? What's his name again? Goldfields. No, go back. Technology? Who's media was? Professor of Media Ethics. Okay, maybe he didn't do that semester. Media. There we go, Professor Goldfields. And there's all the students. Cassandra White, she was there. Okay. This one too. I don't know what they really want me to do because I would just be picking names out, wouldn't I? Why her? Juliet Carrington. Did she comment on one of the things? Haven't we seen her name before? She was a friend of Miss Watergate, and now she also appears to be a student of Abraham. I think it's enough to warrant a report. Give me a few minutes. Is it? Alright, we have our authorization to invest Mrs. Carrington. Alright, cool. Sweet, he's got no student number. Harrison O'Donnell, yes, we've seen that name connected to Miss Watergate. I'll report that right away. We have authorized to consider Harrison O'Donnell a target person. Now there's some more work for you. That just must be, apparently. No other... Okay. This is a... I'm guessing it's that website. Well, like she works for that PR people. Okay, where's she at? Juliet Carrington. Got a grade A as well. Ooh. PR assistant at Roseanne. She's like 6 years old. No. 5 years older than me. From Fairview. She likes that. I don't think that's very important, but okay. You actually can dance. I got proof now. That really me. I gotta be careful around you. Great photo. So that you can tell they're proper friends. Who's he? Every time I ask you out, you're so down busy, then you fall for freaking muffins. If I've ever known that before. Ooh, he's creepy. You know, I'm so not so keen on going out late at night. You know, dislikes going out. Okay, I don't think that's true, like, 'cause there's a picture up there of her dancing, but if you say so. You and I'll be in there half of that torture and cruelty by my friend. Engaged in torture. I don't think that's... I'll put it in. Don't think that's true though, I don't think they actually... I probably shouldn't have put that in because I didn't mean it like that. Can I take that back out? Damn it. Right. So the first mate at that protest. Okay, that one's one that I should actually put in. Not that she tortures a friend. How come you don't care so much about politics now? How come you care so much about politics? Okay. Probably not. Probably just... Oh, there's Harrison. Ooh. I wish I could go back and remove that thing. Because I don't think she is actually a torturer. Message from the founder. When I founded Rosen Technology in 1998, blah blah blah, blah blah. The 10 Commandments. You shall not pass. Get in touch. What's the 6th commandment? Synchronous over asynchronous communication. There we go. Got a telephone number and a new portrait. The listener will also track incoming and outgoing telephone calls and numbers you've added. Yeah, but to be honest, that list... Oh, actually, we've had a listener for ages, haven't we? I feel like this game, I'm being very all over the place in this. Welcome to Rosen Technology, this is PR Assistant Juliet Carrington speaking. How may I be of service? Hello Juliet Carrington, this is Esther. You sound so official at work. Oh hi Mum, is this important? You know I can't take personal calls while I'm at work. Just wanted to check in, make sure you're home for dinner tonight. Actually I'm heading out with some work. It's time for some bonding clubbing. Honey, please don't. Oh, the news said it would be advisable to avoid public places. Oh, yeah, plan to go out. We need to know that we know that she actively dislikes going out. People are truly creatures about maybe she just want to go out, but this seems a little bit odd. What is she doing? I think the other thing, I think I messed up earlier on her profile. Honestly, please don't. Mom, I get that you're worried, but I can't just sit home with you every night of the week. That's exactly what these terrorists want us to do, avoid public life. We can't give up our freedom. Honey, please, you don't have much freedom left. If you're dead, Mum, I won't die. How can you be so serious about that? I could just as easily be hit by a car on my way home. That's always my argument. Don't say that, just think this particular group has gotten into nothing but trouble. What were they called? Alright, geez, Mum, I'm just going to think about it, okay? Thank you, honey. Mom, I'm sorry, but I really have to go now. I don't want Rick Rosen to personally fire me. So that's our boss. I have to go, sorry, love you, bye. Yeah, I probably messed up in her profile. I put stuff in that shouldn't have... that would, like, sarcasm. Hey, you. Oh, well, she's not gonna reply, she's in jail. Sorry about last night, I really should have come over. Just this client is massively influential and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I think it's cheating. Been trying to get a meeting for months and it went rather well, so there's hope. He's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who just talks about his job too much. I'm sorry, it's just a big part of my life. Hello. Are you still upset? No, she's in jail. Could you not? Actually, no, it's not in the newspapers yet, is it? Cassie, can you at least answer me? If you don't, I'll start to worry. You know what I'm like. You probably should. Okay. What's on Juliet's timeline? It told me to come back here for some reason. But there's nothing new on. Oh, we are the characters. Welcome to our website. They're a website. Man walks into a bar, makes a girl of his dream, they settle down and have 4 daughters. What may sound like the beginning of a cheap joke or some kind of Pulp Fiction is in fact a fairy tale come true. When John met Esther, they immediately knew it was so. No wonder that they only spent a year later they got married. At the same time, they began to build a house in Mallycourt, a cosy little spot in Fairview. So that's probably where she's from. These are all posh kids. Nice one, Symes. That's one of the daughters. Her favourite food is mashed potato. She seems a bit out there. She likes sushi. Wait. She's a headmistress of a school. She's a CEO of a company. Ooh, she's not anymore. She likes spaghetti and pizza. Oh wait, that's the wrong person. So now we know everything about her. Favourite colour's red. Of course she likes to kill a mockingbird. Ooh! Alright. You just about to ruin me. Parents John and Esther. She studied media economy. There's a conflict with one unknown data chunk. Okay. Oh. Actually, I might put... I don't know if I'm allowed to put that in and then take it out. Alright, okay. Tucker Harrison, he's a media punk. Oh, I need to get his profile up. Ah! How do I get that up again? Oh. What's wrong with my favourite colour being red though? I don't see a problem with that. So it's red. Okay. Neither do I. Post is being deleted by user. Do we have something to hide then, Mr. O'Donnell? Yeah. Right. So when was this? July 5th, 2016. Right, so she's single now because them two split up. I think that's what it is, because if she works as a PR thing now, I think she must have quit her job recently after being all like punk and stuff. Band. Target. We are the track you were ashamed of in your fine-tuned playlist, the unexplainable gap in your seamlessly flawless CV, your drinking selfie, and your timeless profile, the porn movie found on your computer. God, they sound like assholes. Okay, so he's the lead singer of a band. Great ego we got there, haven't we? Of course, just because he's the lead singer. Tubman. So she was in the band, but not now. Oh, wrong profile. Our former members. There we go. Sort that one out. Ooh. I'll read that in a second. Definitely come to the Freedom Plaza. I just have to go get to know Julia, especially since she's the one organising the thing. Julia has organised it. New portrait of Harrington. Harrison. Very good portrait of him, obviously. A friend of mine claims to have heard that Hancock decided to quit the band. Oh, so he left. Yeah, the whole thing got cancelled, so just saying that Tubman left again. Why? Okay. Albums. This is probably copyrighted. My headphones are really loud. So they're just basically just like any punk band. Right. Look at Harrison's timeline. Is there anything else on here? Ooh. Mike, why don't you go and ask Julia out right away? No need for hiding anything. I can provide a nose correction just for you to make you look just as awesome. Where's Mike? You got a flounder and you definitely got a baby. Oof. Someone's a bit jealous. Oh, easily jealous there. Okay, let's look at the listener. Hello. How's your text in prison? Hey Cass, what happened yesterday? Got arrested. It was fucked up. This is Joseph on Cassandra's account. Oh, okay. Oh, hi Joseph, didn't know you had access to Cassie's account. Nice to finally talk to you. Not too uncommon a relationship, is it? I don't think I'd like it. You too, Julia. Hasn't seen Cassandra since yesterday. Have heard from her at all? Have you seen Cassandra since yesterday evening? Haven't heard from her at all. Spoke to her last night via chat. She seemed quite upset about the whole Freedom Plaza thing and something else she wouldn't talk about. There was someone at the door. She went to answer and never came back and assumed it was you. We were supposed to meet for dinner and I had an unexpected meeting with Klein. She wasn't exactly happy about the change of plans. She quit the chat and that was it. I haven't heard from her since. In that case, I think she's probably at home stewing away. ASMR. Well, I tried that. She gave me the keys to her flat 2 months ago, but no Cassie. Also, her PC was still on. I guess calling her didn't work either. I tried, no answer. Would the police not say? Damn, I hate myself now. I don't know. I feel like the police would say, oh, they give you a phone call, don't they? Did you set your number to private? Otherwise, she's probably just avoiding you. Private is my default setting. After all, I am a lawyer. Why would that be? Why would that be a thing? So if Miss Lanning is using her account, you should have filled it that data chunk out. Oh, I read that wrong. I'm fucking up on this. Well, Cassie's mad. She usually goes and wanders around the city. I think you shouldn't worry too much. Cassie told me you were funny. Yeah, she does get a bit fiery times. We had an argument once and I guess what happened. See, this is why I wanted to talk to you. I feel like sometimes you know her better than I do and I'm a goddamn boyfriend. I doubt that somehow. I mean, you were in this thought group together, right? You both went to the Freedom Plaza protest, so I thought maybe you know other places that could be important for her or the two of you, where she could be at. Ooh. Is that not a chunk? Oh, I guess we already know that. Sorry, that's what I got by the thought. I thought, but Harrison did all the planning for that. Oh, I don't know much else. I wish I could help, but honestly I don't have a clue. Well, thank you anyway, don't mention it. I'll text when she turns over if I get an idea. Well, I don't know, she's claiming one thing, he's claiming the other. Let's watch this. Thank you for shopping at Samaria's Flowers. We hereby confirm your collection of bouquet lovely with tag to Angela. Okay, so he's got a new girlfriend by the sounds of it. Very nice and florid day. Look at his bank account. people's drugs and farm in Bondon. Loves a good drug. See, his hard gain art may be material intended to wash away Freedom Memorial. Owns 2 health insurances. Yeah, that's strange. Unless he has a girlfriend. A guy his age planning on doing something dangerous perhaps. The National Beholder Publishing. Received large payments by TNB. What does that mean? God, he was well in debt. Paid from a National Beholder. Sounds like some sort of secret affiliation. Keep looking for more. Yeah, like he was in debt practically. Spends a lot on drugs. And he lives in a camping lot. Camping with Wi-Fi? That's cheating. Okay. Is there anything? There's something else there. Don't see that. Okay. Ow, my eye. Right, I need to work out which one's right. I'm going to believe her because I think she is right. Okay, let's look at this one. Was just used for an unorganized account. Don't recognize the text review your. Oh crap, can we delete that? Ooh. She's calling him now. You got O'Donnell. Harrison, it's me. Well, look who it is. I knew this moment would come one day, but you've caught me by surprise. Harrison, Juliet, ever since we first made out in that clear night on the Stelligan Greenfield, I knew it was destiny. I know you'd never really meant to. Please spare me the Q-line. I believed that first, but it really is you. So again, the universe played a major role for all these. I didn't believe it at first, but it really is you. Towards away all the pleasure of your beautiful voice. You missed me, right? So this is why you did it, to make me call you back. The heck are you talking about? Oh, come on, don't play dumb, great administrator. Talking about the thought page you so generously volunteered to maintain. What? Give me a sec. What the fuck is this shit? You messing around with me, Jules? Are you seriously trying to say this wasn't your doing? What was? Why would I fucking want to disgrace thought? Maybe because of the same reason you bailed out of thought all of a sudden. Thought didn't do shit anymore since Abe disappeared, but tearing it around. Oh, we still need to observe them though. Didn't do shit anymore since Abe disappeared, but turning it around that way made it fine excuse for you to bail on the two of us. Oh, who the fuck's Abe? You disgraced Thought by hiding all of the articles on Thought blog except Cassandra's. Seems that today's new target have a common history, something more than belonging to Thought. Please, I know you deleted all the rebellious posts to skew your cozy job writing that ridiculous opinion column for the TNB. You know, it's funny you dare speak of disgrace when Rosen is government's personal bitch. I read this one quite regularly. I wasn't at all aware it was our guy. The TNB probably didn't know either. Also, this must be the large payments he receives was for. Didn't know almost makes you the same in my book, but you really don't know anything about the hack then. I don't have a freaking clue. Can you revert the changes? You bet I'll even hunt down the son of a bitch who just revert, okay? I just don't care who did it. I just can't stand our memories being toyed around with. Okay, we'll do in no time. I never could say no to you, if only. So they're talking about us? I can't remember. I don't know what they mean. Hidden first articles and thought blog from other members. Okay, let's go from the start. Okay, so Thought didn't do shit since Abe disappeared. So Abe disappeared. You just saved by hiding all of our articles on Thought except for Cassandra's. a lot of work, this. To try and remember everything. Abe Arcade, the first one's first timeline, now the thought block. You have a lot to hide, Mr. O'Donnell. Abe Arcade, the first ones, because he didn't want anyone to know. So, Abe hid them, and then Harrison hid the other ones because he didn't want his shit coming out. Gets more confused by the minute. Why do you hid something on a group's blog from its own members? A hidden agenda, perhaps? Okay. I see you. Knock knock, Harrison. Seems I caught you pants down on that little page where I was confused. Well, that's fine. You don't know me, and I like to keep it that way, but I know a lot about you, media punk. If you knew that I know... If you know what I know, what you know about that... If you knew what I know about what this little group of yours did, you would find it just as hard to ignore that those bombs might just carry our name tag. Get what I'm talking about, right? So the righteous hacker in it will expose all information I got on you. Might interest the cops, won't it? I have no love for the gov, but I will do what I must. So give me one reason not to do it, and I might consider. Perpetrator of hacking against by innate. So what's Harrison got to hide? Or now there is a hacker involved in all this because the situation wasn't bad enough. I wonder what this is all about. Oh, go back. Well, it might just carry on. Being blackmailed about suspected involvement in the bombings. So it doesn't look like it's him then. Since we're not only interested in Mr. O'Donnell and the entanglements in it all. I wonder if this guy has any proof of what he claims. This is the most pathetic blackmail attempt I've read in a long time. You want a damn good reason not to call a cops, I can give you 3. You hacked my site, my web server. Last time I checked this was highly illegal. Something about glass houses and stones. I don't get what you want to have found on me. True, our process didn't go as planned, but since you claim to know so much about me, you should know that this was hardly my fault. What I wanted is all in my blog. Not a word about fucking bombing people, only grabbing attention. Bet you never found that, huh? Where are your mad skills, hacker boy? I'll throw you with breadcrumbs so you don't feel too miserable, my neck. I'm the wrong person to mess around with. Leave my page alone, roll it back, and then don't dare touching it again. These people. I will get you, promise. H. For your own welfare's sake, I hope it wasn't you who broke into my bank account, else you're neck deep in sheep shit, even more than you already. Ah, thought I didn't. Oh, that was it. National Opinion, shut the Polgene border by Harrison O'Donnell. The time in the National Opinion column. This time in the National Opinion column, Harrison O'Donnell argues, it's a new profile, but I can't put that on, where the border to Paragus needs to be closed. I'll go and spill the beans right away. Shut the border between us and Paragus now, will you please? Can't anyone see what's happening? I mean, are you blind? Take a look at the for instance. The situation there seems to be escalating yet again. 2008 much. And just like then, the nation will let itself get dragged into the conflicts. Just like the Parisians will see the nation not as a friend who does the best to de-escalate the situation, but as an opponent who evades and seeks cooperation through force. History keeps repeating itself. That's certainly nothing new. Safety of any citizens is of utmost importance. That has been the party premise ever since 2009, and ever since it has been working like a charm. Supports the governmental position. Until now, that is, as some self-proclaimed benefactors in the opposition claim that borders are meant to be open to possible refugees. If I didn't know how we suffered already 9 years back, I would agree without a doubt. I would walk out there and welcome them personally with white arms, but I do remember perfectly well. Though my name isn't Nostradamus, let me tell something. We'll see a rise in the act of terrorism in a very close future. Who knows, maybe next few weeks we'll go off in the middle of Fairview or Bonton. He predicted the assaults. Don't you pretend not to be warned when that happens. Juliet's timeline. Even organised. I learned about selling this morning that 2 people had been killed. I felt definitely because I felt responsible. I've spent 5 years of my life at the university, even organised peaceful protest. It has been the centre of my life for a while, and see the terror about this place for their foul reasons strikes my heart. I feel truly, truly sorry for anyone concerned. Okay. Hell yes, it's happening after years. My plan has finally taken shape. It's even as a name thought. Finally, a counterpart to the radical regime of the totalitarian surveillance, and I am glad to have a capable companion. This one who came up with the best ideas for a demo ever. Not going to tell you it's a surprise. I can only urge you to join us in our aim to unleash this pitiful, pathetic, wannabe democracy of a country from its shackles, for freedom is not free in a place where every move is observed and analysed. Help us to make freedom free again. Okay. As soon as I get myself a handful of like-minded people, we're going to occupy that freaking elitist university selling, and that's for sure. And to occupy Stanley University. I even organised a peaceful. But they're both probably right. She probably planned a peaceful one and he planned it to occupy it. Which one do I go for? Fuck. Like, I think they're both right. I think she probably thought we're gonna go for a peaceful protest, and he thought we're gonna, like, take over the uni. I'm gonna go with his. I think Freedom Plaza is doing very well. It is a pattern exactly as we expected, but we still have no idea about the third location. You need to be diligent. Lives might hang in the balance in the worst case that we cannot determine the location. Well, I might have to conduct an interrogation with Miss Watergate. I want to avoid it though. She's behaving perfectly defiantly, I've been told. Look at what you found so far. I think we might have enough information to put pressure on her. Or does he live in a trailer anywhere? He does live in a trailer, I saw that from his bank account. Oh, come on, can you get me a more stereotypically antisocial? I can't even find the words from how mind-bogglingly stupid the government plan is. I think he does actually reject the government, but he needs a job, so he writes these articles that are anti-government because he thinks they're pro-government because he thinks he'll get more money. But when's this? This is 2013. This is 2017. What if he has changed his stance? I don't know. I think he's obviously got monetary gain from the other one. And in that email she said about him being a government lapdog, and he was like, I can't believe you would say that, you're working for that douche. But people change. Like, he might have just changed his opinion. Like, this is like 4 years ago. I want to go for this one. I just think that he's probably just doing it for money. He's saying that. Anything else that would come surprise? There's more on here. Oh, maybe not. I'll leave a message. The government is scanning all the websites for potential threats. They make people disparate that spread rebellious ideas. It's vital that people like you show the courage and write about the truth. I know they fucked up, but you, man, should put on your tinfoil hat. When's this? This is 2015. I like what you're doing. I can relate to you being fed up with the government so much. We must act now. Want to make some time, Hancock. Some occasion I deeply question the purpose of this message page. This is one of them. I'm looking for people willing to join a debate club called Thought. This is Goldfield. I think your presence could really liven up the discussion. You're right. I don't know where you could get that weird impression I would be willing to join some debating club. What? Oh, it's a Goldfield page. Debating club, I'm already debating here all day on my own. The country needs change, freaking action. If you have this to offer, that's all well. Drop me a PN. Public notification. Private notification. It's a thought blog, an activist group, or a debate club, perhaps all three. Don't spam, thanks a ton. Your articles suck, you should go and write poetry instead. I would like to invite those who are interested to our newly founded debate club called The Thought. Our primary discussion will revolve around how people can best be made aware of a topic in the age of information overflow. First, we will brainstorm, discuss various options, and dependent on the participants and interest of attendees, we'll perform practical exercises and test sessions for the empirical research. And the blog, debate club, ain't nobody got time for that. Wow. If I find the time after work, I might come around. I am a general law student in my 9th semester. That's weird. Can I claim any points for participating? We have a wonderful guest joining us at our meeting. Hancock has been theorising ways of political engagement on his independent vlog, Hancock Writing on the Wall, for several years now. It's a huge and rich our debate session. Sadly, this is not an official accredited event. I'm sorry. I'm not a student, honey. My name is Nina. Let's be honest with one another, shall we? The first few sessions were not exactly full, aka fucking empty. So yeah, last thing me and are going to do is give up hope. So we would be glad if you drop by next Thursday. It doesn't matter who you are. We don't care whether or not you're a Stellingen. I'm not just a guy with ideas. Who maybe is lucky enough to realise some of them soon. So Nina, you will be very welcome, I thought. Thanks a ton for the warm welcome. Oh, so they actually got... fuck, wrong person. Recruited Nina. Maybe. Don't know who Nina is. Nina, so there's another member we haven't heard of yet. Our request Cleveland to make her a target. And we have got it. How do you greenlight someone that you don't even... You just know a name? Who? Oh, there was a thing there. There it is. Is that like a... Yeah, that's a tag. Oh, I need to get Nina up to be able to do that. What's change your latest name? Maybe she's the one. Oh, we got a reply. Knock knock, Harrison. The thought are free once again. We're not done yet, you and me, but the first one I must turn to another. But first on, I must turn to another. Okay, let's read these. Oh. Well. Oh, that's where he lives, yeah. I'll work that out before the thing. It's one ugly place, but I guess it's cheap. And there's the flowers he bought. And easy vid on demand monthly. 45 quid for TV? Well, it's probably right actually, but I don't pay for TV. Okay. Can I read the other ones now? Metamorphosis. Hostile towards. The government consists only of ass-kicking motherfucking turds. No, so this is quite a negative piece about it. I don't really want to read it. No, we will carry it onto the streets of the nation, become transformed and be that re-implanted back into minds, an invincible idea that we shall always be truly free. Declared thoughts to be a revolution activist group. I think what's happened is, it was really anti-government, all these things, and then something has happened, maybe Abe leaving and stuff, that has maybe turned him and gone, okay, actually I need to go and get a job now. And everyone else wasn't as radical as him. Hi friends, though I share your enthusiasm to why crying people's attention, it would be better to avoid Stellingen as a place of any demonstration for the moment because of an increased student fees. The atmosphere is heated enough as it is. We might be able to get back to school later. Oh, what a pity, but you're probably right, Abe. So what about government holding a proclamation on a government building? That sounds like a worthy first demo. Although I know you want, we should go for a storing at the mall. I know you want to gather more people to join us. We should not discuss the matter here. There are eyes on us who might be living towards us. I don't know. I don't know about either of them two. I might just read other articles and see what comes up. I think I've read this one, unless there's something there. Okay. What's the next one? Let's look at Crisis. Okay. Not there really. Goldfields. Again, nothing really there. We still... Please consider the guy here that was only a goddamn cop. Oh, this is Nina. Oh, so that's her. They had it coming for a long time. It was messy, I know, all the way back to the thing I messed up organising. So, they did do the mall storming then. That's... Okay, let's read this one quickly. It comes even at the... It's just me, as ironic. Oh, okay. Right. She planned something. Because she planned something, I think they did the storming of the mall. So, that's what I'm going to put. Nina planned at Ishira Mall. Well, that must be it then. That's where the third one was planned. There are dozens of malls. Which one is it though? Alright, if that's it, all we have, it's what we have to work with. So let's interrogate thing going before we run out of time. I'm actually located in the same facility where Miss Watkins is being detained. We'll have her move to an interrogation room and walk across. To cover my identity, I will connect to her via an internal hardline. Let's just hope that what you have provided gives us enough leverage. I will open a connection for you to eavesdrop after all this is your case. Plus, we need all the possibility info. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. I don't know how long I've been going for. I messed up earlier because I didn't read the stuff properly, and I thought you just put all the blue stuff in and the yellow stuff is what you choose from, but never realised not all the blue stuff you don't put in. I don't know how much it'll affect it actually, but yeah. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. I promise I'm going to do more of this stuff. Hopefully 2 videos a week of Orwell. I'd like to get through it and then maybe do the other Orwell, because I think it's quite an interesting game, and I think it might be a good game to watch because I'm kind of watching it when I'm playing, apart from the decisions, if you get what I mean. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll do more. I've been the Platypus. Thanks for watching. Bye.